A lot of people have asked us on the flute channel about the high register, so today I'll talk about the high register. First thing I try to do with my students, the very beginners, we always start with the low register, it's a bit easier, and then I will take a note like the low G and I'll tell them to go and get the higher with the same fingering. And I give the advice to do this, to go ah, and put your hand on your belly, and you will feel that there's something going on here, like the support is going higher, the muscles are ah, and I try to do the same thing in my flute. So in the beginning, I just do low to high, and then you have to go back down and you can do those things. You can do it on a G and then on an A B, a C. Up to the C sharp, it's the same fingering, so you can go A, B, C, C sharp. So that is the first step. Then what I think is very, very, very helpful for the high register is harmonics. So harmonics, basically it's, you play a low note, and with that low note, you can, without changing your fingering, but just changing the way you blow the air and the way the angle of the air stream on the embouchure, just with that you can have different notes. So you can have the first octave and then the fifth, the other octave, the third, the fifth, and so on and so on. So here I do a low C, then I'll be able to play the other C, the G, the C, the E, and the G again.
They see me rolling.
Once you're able to play those notes, you should be able to play a high note in the third register. Just remember how you did it, how physically you did it. In the beginning, you might feel that you have to push a lot of air. It's okay. With time, you won't need to push as much air, because just with the way you angle your air will help. Try also not to send the air like this in an open V, but a V this way.
It's the flying V.
Okay, so the air goes really on a specific point on the embouchure. So let's say I want to play a high G and I can't. I'll practice that. And then I blow the same way that I did for my harmonics. Usually it works with all my students. It really helps the high register. Then once you can at least get them out, what I would say is never think of notes higher than that. Okay, that looks weird just to say that, like it doesn't look like it's going to help, but it does help. So if I think about the low register, I think I aim it down there, and then second octave is there and third octave is there. If I think third octave over my head, then I have a tendency to not be grounded anymore. My body's going like this and the air is going outside of the flute, and it doesn't help at all. So if I go with G's like this, all the notes are under me. That's a visualization, of course. It's nothing real, but the way you visualize it will help you, because if you think I'm outside of my flute, I'm not centered, okay? So always under you, so da, like this. Think of opening everything, like try to use different vowels. Let's say in the low register I'll use more ah, and then when I go higher I'll use more oo, u, and open in the back as if you have an egg or something. So oh, like the singers do, you know, they don't sing ah, they oh, and you keep it in line here, and you open in the back. So I think that could help to start. If you have any question, please ask them. It might help me to help you better. So thank you for watching.